Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your monthly reading for our Sagittarius folks for October 2018. So today on tap, we have your theme for this particular month. Then we'll be getting some additional guidance from the angels. And this month's focus is going to be on romance. So this is going to be focused on romantic relationships. And then you'll also get your animal guide for the month. So this will be your little mascot that's going to assist you in the month of October and help you navigate the month with more ease and grace. And that's really the point of these readings for you, is to help you navigate things with more ease and grace. Because sometimes when we know what's coming, or we know what is the energy of the month is for us, it is easier for us to go with the flow and be in the moment, which is really the essential thing of what we need to do, right? So before I get started in the reading, I do just want to share with you at the end of this video, I am going to be sharing some information about my treasure box club. Super excited about this, and it's all about attracting abundance. So really beautiful timing of this, that it came in right before the holidays. We'll actually conclude with the powerful treasure box adjustment right before Thanksgiving. So right before you have to purchase the gifts for the holidays. And so this is really going to be a beautiful way to bring in more abundance for you. So stay tuned at the end of this video for more cool facts and information about that. Awesome. All right. Let's get started, Sagittarius. Your theme for this month is life experience. This is Archangel Camuel. When the life experience card comes up for you, particularly as a theme for the month, this is going to be a really beautiful time for you to review what's happened in your life. And there may be some big ahas, some big revelation moments in this month that lead to some change. So it's sort of that impetus for change, right? It's a beautiful time to spread your wings. So this card is not about holding back at all. It is about spreading your wings. So that is a big theme for you this month. Let's see what else we've got coming in for you for the month. Okay, we've got a little bit of water cards coming in and air. So Queen of Water is coming in. Water cards are about the depth of emotion, and this Queen of Water is about relationships deepening. So beautiful connection with the romance aspect of things, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. There may be other friendships or things like that are deepening. It's a really beautiful time to trust your intuition. So trusting your gut, trusting your inner guidance, right? And, you know, being in a space of just taking good care. So when this card comes up, it's like that, making yourself the center of the universe, right? And really focusing on taking care of yourself first, and then taking care of others. So really making yourself, your self-care a priority, and then moving out to take care of others. The Eight of Water is an interesting card that comes in too. So water, again, depth of emotion. And this is a sense of like not being satisfied with the way things are, wanting to move on. So there may be a sense of needing, a feeling of wanting to move on from a relationship, a job, a place that you live, all kinds of different things that may come in, but it's the search for something more meaningful. Okay, so it's interesting connection with that life experience card about a significant life event that leads to revelation. And then we've got this Eight of Water, which is like maybe the revelation is, you know, I'm not willing to settle for the life that I currently have. I want more, right? And that spiritual growth and that personal development is what you're seeking. You want to be more, do more, have more, right? And then Ace of Air is coming in. Air cards are all about the head, the intellect, and this is a brilliant idea that is coming in. And really the sense around the idea is you want to grab it. So you really want to, when these ideas come in, grab them, take hold of them, and bring them into the form, because they're coming to you for a reason, right? So this can also be a little bit of a bumpy start to things, right? And needing to see what's really true, right? And I always like to say, you know, the only thing that's really real is love. So if you can see the love underneath everything that's happening, that is just going to really elevate your life. So let's see, speaking of love, what's happening with the love relationship. So if you don't follow me on Facebook, you might want to do that. I'm on there as Finding Your Fiji. That's my page. And I challenge myself to do a 30-day Facebook Live challenge. So I'm doing a Facebook Live every day for 30 days. I forgot yesterday. Shh, don't tell anyone. I forgot yesterday, but I am bound and determined that I'm going to do this Facebook Live thing every day, because the angels have been bugging me about it for a while to do it. So I am doing readings, little mini free readings every once in a while on there. It's not a daily occurrence, but I am doing it pretty often, because honestly that's the easiest thing that I can do. And it's the most fun for me too. So yeah, so pop on over there, and I'd love to see you in the Facebook Lives. I would love that. Okay, so related to relationship, you need to keep an open mind. So your partner may not look like or act like the type of person that you're normally attracted to, and we really want to be in a space of being open to the relationship that is in our highest and best interest, right? So yeah, it's like, let's not have these attachment to things that might prevent us from actually coming together with our beloved. And then we've got unrequited love. So one of the relationships, and potentially the relationship that you're currently in, there's just not enough chemistry. There's not enough to keep this going, either on your side or on the other person's side. So sometimes there's someone that's after you that you're just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Or it might be the other way around, where you're really attracted to someone and there's not that connection with them. So just be aware of that, right? Like, everyone comes into our experience for a reason. There's always a gift that this other person has for us, and so it's up to us to find that gift. And usually once we find the gift, then people part ways really easily and effortlessly, right? There are some of you that are listening to this that need to give your current relationship a chance. So really being invested, and what I like to say about this is, like, go all in. So don't do it halfway. Really be all in the relationship. Sometimes because we've been hurt in the past, we're afraid to open up, we're afraid to love. And this is really telling you to, like, you know, forget all of that stuff, go all in, love with all your heart, and see what happens. Like, allow that, and really do the work on your partnership, which is, you know, making sure that you're spending time with the partner, making sure that you're doing your own inner work, so that you're not taking out, you know, when they trigger you, that you're figuring out what is that trigger about, because it's typically not about them. It's usually something that happened in your past. So really doing that work is valuable. All right, so your animal guide for this month is the wolf, and the wolf is your guardian, letting you know that you are completely safe. So I really like this because it really connects in with that, you know, going all in with love. and feeling safe to, you know, to really move on if there's something that you need to move on from, as the Eight of Water suggests. So you are safe and you're protected always. And this wolf energy is bringing in very strongly this message for you this month, and that wolf is going to be with you this month, so you can continue to move forward knowing that you are safe and protected and guarded. And of course, you're always guided as well, right? We always have our own spiritual team of angels and guides that is there to assist us, no one else but us, and that they are always giving us messages. So if you want more on you know, how your guides communicate with you and that type of stuff, I have a whole free video series called Intuitive Tuesdays, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. But it's here on YouTube, and it's 15 different videos that I did with my friend Dr. Kara Gubbin, where we talk about all these type of things: signs, symbols, synchronicities. We talk about, you know, just different things like how they communicate with us, different things like that. And it's a really beautiful series, and it's all free right here on YouTube. You can watch all the videos. You can binge watch if you want. Binge watch all of them and get all of that beautiful, yummy goodness. So that's all I have for you for this month. Stay tuned for the next video to learn what the treasure box is and how that can increase your abundance attraction factor. Have an amazing month. Much love to you, and aloha. Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here today to share with you a little bit more about my Treasure Box Club, which is brand new. And the Treasure Box is actually based on a super powerful Feng Shui adjustment called the Treasure Box that is a way to help you attract and bring in more abundance into your life. And the idea around this is, you know, essentially it's based in Feng Shui, right? And Feng Shui is a 6,000-year-old art and science that's based on the principle that your space or your environment reflects and affects your life and what's happening in your life circumstances, right? So Feng Shui improves your life by balancing the energy in your space and creating an environment that energetically supports the things that you want to be, do, and have in your life. So very subtle shifts, subtle changes make a big impact in what's happening in your life. So oftentimes there's things that are impacting your life, and they are impacting you from your environment, and you have no idea about that, right? So the really idea behind all the videos that I shoot, and even this treasure box one that I'm sharing with you, is really just to get you thinking about your environment and how it might be impacting you or impacting your life. And of course, to provide solutions for how you can make shifts in your environment to positively impact your life. So, the Treasure Box Club. What is the Treasure Box Club all about? I'm super excited about it because it's really a fun thing for me. I have created treasure box kits for a number of years, and when I moved to Maui, I stopped selling those just because it was like I was just not sure about the shipping and all of that kind of stuff, and I hadn't bought everything that needed to go into the kits, because there's very specific things that go into the kits, right? So the treasure box, again, is a very powerful Feng Shui adjustment, and it's something that we conduct for 27 days in a row. And that's part of the power of it, is this building upon it day after day after day, okay? So the items that you actually need for the treasure box, I'm going to show you what those are today, and then I'm also going to share with you a little bit more about what the Treasure Box Club is about. So the items that you need to actually do the treasure box adjustment, or to create your quote-unquote treasure box, You need a piggy bank. So I've got these cute, adorable little piggies with the green snouts. I chose the green because, of course, green, oftentimes means money for people. So these adorable little piggy banks, that is the first thing that you need. You need a red cloth. So these are red cloths that are included in the kit. And then you need a new black pen, and a mirror. This one happens to be, I believe it's 6-inch diameter. So a mirror is needed for the adjustment. And then red paper is the other thing that is needed for the adjustment. So these are the basic things that we need to actually do the adjustment. But when you join the club, the Treasure Box Club, it's so much more than just what's included in the kit. You get everything that is required to do the adjustment, including a little scroll that has all the instructions in it and ideas and tips for being successful with it. So you get all of that with the Treasure Box Club, but the club is more than that because it's really about having the support to successfully complete the adjustment, right? And it's also about receiving sort of things along the way that will help shift you mentally towards more abundance and to attract more abundance that way as well. So it includes a number of different things. We have a private Facebook group. So when you join the Treasure Box Club, you will be in the private Facebook group. And it also includes, so in that group, it's not just a it's not just a community, although the community aspect of it is really important, but it's also about giving you that support. So if you have questions, you're able to post them in there and I'm able to answer them. Also, it's about celebrating the successes, because when we celebrate our success, so when you actually post about your success or the abundance that you're attracting in, it actually expands it. And when you read other people's posts, it also raises your vibration and your attraction point. So doing this in a group format is so super powerful. I just can't even share with you enough how powerful it is to do it in a group setting, because again, it's magnified. Your efforts in attracting more abundance are magnified by everyone else in the group. So flippin' cool. I love that aspect of it. Super cool. So, but the club, of course, is about more than that. So when you join the club, you get everything that I talked about here, but you also are getting within, and it comes in, I have to show you this because it's super cute. It all comes to you in a purple box. So this is the box that you'll receive when you order your Treasure Box kit. And the box is purple because purple is the color for the wealth sector in our Feng Shui Bagua. So you see that right here. Wealth is purple. So that is specifically why I chose the color purple for the boxes as well. And then with that box, you also get an angel that's going to be there for you on your journey. So I have a bunch of different archangels and their invocations, and so it's really a random thing, but always perfect, right? Just like with the cards, is that you will receive the angel that most wants to work with you throughout the process, and that angel is going to stay with you. So you'll have an invocation, you'll have a picture of the angel and the angel's message to go along with you on the journey, as well as an abundance invocation. So that invocation is something that it will be on a little, like a business card size, that you can carry with you. And anytime you're wanting, like standing in line at the grocery store, you can read it. If you're, waiting at a stoplight, you can read it. These are things that you can do to boost the energy and your abundance attraction factor, which I like to call it. I love that phrasing that they just brought in, abundance attraction factor. Can't say it too many times fast, but it is super powerful. So the box contains all of that. You get all of that. one lucky person in each group that I send out. So when I do the group format, which I'm going to be offering twice a year, this time around it's going to be October and then February. So the very first one, the focus group that I'm doing, is October. But in each of these like batches that I'm doing with the group format, one of them will contain this red envelope. So this beautiful red envelope. This red envelope contains a gift certificate for a free 30-minute reading with me, a private reading, and that is worth $99. So right away, someone is going to have that abundance coming into them immediately, right? So that is a cool thing. So when you get your box, look for that if you are part of one of the groups. Okay. Let's see what else I need to share. So what else does the Treasure Box Club, do for you? What else do you get? So I'm creating wealth affirmations for every single day. So for 27 days, you'll have a wealth affirmation that you can work with for that particular day while we're doing the adjustment. I will also have a wealth or abundance meditation. So this is something that I'm going to be channeling, and this will be a downloadable item for you where you'll be able to download this meditation and keep it forever and keep working with it, right? But really beautiful energy to work with that meditation on a daily or however often you feel like doing it during the time that you're doing the treasure box adjustment, right? So that is also included. I'm also including 2 Facebook Live sessions for the groups. So one will be before we actually start the adjustment, so I can share with you a little bit more of the details about it and show you how to set it up. And then I will do one midstream that will just do kind of a check-in and how are things going, what questions do you have, what else is coming up for you. And you'll always still be able to ask questions in the Facebook group as well. But I just like the idea of doing that touch point in between time. And then the beautiful part about this also is that I am going to offer, for those of you in the group setting, I'm going to offer a text reminder on a daily basis. So this will be a text that will come to you reminding you to collect your coins, which is part of the process, and then also will contain that wealth affirmation for the day. So beautiful way to just have that reminder popping in for you on a daily basis. So that is something else that I'm offering with the group aspect of things. And then the beautiful thing about this is once you have the kit, you'll remain in the Treasure Box Club throughout, and when I do new groups, you can actually participate in the new groups as well. So that is something that is really a beautiful bonus, because that means that if you wanted to do the Treasure Box a couple times a year, you could do that, because you'll have everything that you need. You will have to get a new pen each time, because it does require a new black pen each time that you do it. So that is a pretty simple, easy thing, very accessible for you to get. And then I am including extra red paper in your kit, but that's something if you do it, year after year, you might have to buy some red paper. So those would be the only things that you might have to do. So that is what the Treasure Box is about. Super powerful Feng Shui adjustment. And I do just want to share something that one of my clients that went through this said to me about it. And her take on it was she understood, or she came to realize by doing the Treasure Box adjustment, that she needed to get out of her house to attract more abundance. So that was an interesting dynamic, because lots of times with technology now and everybody's online, we tend to stay home more, right, than getting out. And this required her to get out of the house more, which drew more energy to her, right, and more abundance to her. And the other aspect of the Treasure Box is that you are collecting coins on a daily basis, which means that you're needing to use cash. And so many people now are just using their debit cards or credit cards for everything that they're not really getting the feel of using cash. So this adjustment requires that you use cash because you've got to get coins on a daily basis. So even if you're just using like $1 a day, you still have to have cash and be using some cash. And so it's a really beautiful energy to actually feel money again, because there's so much that we don't feel money around, right? And then I'll have some other tips and tricks along the way, some other practices that will help boost the energy of abundance, as well as additional Feng Shui tips for abundance. So specific things that you can do within your home to raise the energy of your wealth attraction factor in your space and thus in your life. So lots of juicy goodness with this. I hope that you join us. It's going to be super fun. Super high vibe, and really will help you bring in more abundance into your life. And abundance can come in so many different ways. That's the other piece of it too. It's not just about the money. Abundance comes in many, many forms. Abundance of friends, abundance of love, abundance of time. There's so many other different ways that this abundance can show up for you. So super excited for you to join us, and all of the links and information are below if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're watching this on my website, then the information is contained within this page. Have an amazing, amazing day. Hope to see you soon. Aloha.